Ever feel like your cat runs the household? Or maybe, just maybe, they act a little too much like a tiny furry human? Today we're diving into the 9 signs that your cat doesn't just think they're a part of the family, they think they're your child. Stick around to see how many of these signs your feline friend shows. Let's get started. Number 1. Talk to you. One of the most obvious signs that your cat sees you as their parent is their constant need to talk to you. Now, I'm not talking about deep philosophical debates here, although wouldn't that be something? I'm talking about those meows, chirps, and trills that punctuate your every move. You see, cats, unlike their wilder, larger cousins, have actually evolved to communicate with us humans through vocalization. They've learned that a well-timed meow can get them a treat, a head scratch, or even just your attention. Think about it. A child uses their words to express their needs, their wants, and their feelings. And what does your cat do? They meow. They're hungry, they meow. They want to play, they meow. They're feeling lonely. You guessed it, they meow. It's their way of saying, hey, parent person, pay attention to me. I have needs. And just like a good parent, you instinctively know how to interpret those meows and respond accordingly. You've learned their language, and that, my friends, is a beautiful thing. So the next time your cat starts chatting your ear off, remember, they're not just being demanding. Well, maybe a little. They're communicating with you, their chosen family. Number 2, rubbing against you. Ever had your cat weave between your legs, brushing against you like you're their own personal scratching post? No, they're not trying to trip you, although it might feel that way sometimes. They're actually marking you with their scent glands, which are strategically located on their cheeks, head, and flanks. Now, before you go thinking, great, now I smell like cat, understand this? To your cat, their scent is like a warm, fuzzy blanket of security. It's their way of saying, you're mine, you belong to this family. Just like a child feels safe and secure in their parents' arms, your cat finds comfort in being enveloped in your shared scent. It's a primal instinct, a way of creating a familiar and reassuring environment in a big, sometimes scary world. And let's be honest, who doesn't love the feeling of their cat's soft fur rubbing against their legs? It's like a tiny purring massage, a sign of affection that's hard to resist. So, next time your cat turns you into their personal rubbing post, take it as a compliment. They're claiming you as their own, and in the feline world, that's the highest form of flattery. Number 3, lick you. Okay, let's talk about licking. Now, I know what you're thinking, cat saliva? No thanks. But before you recoil in horror, hear me out. When your cat licks you, it's not just about the taste, or lack thereof. It's about grooming. You see, cats are meticulous groomers. They spend hours each day licking themselves and their loved ones to keep clean and free of dirt and debris. So, when your cat extends that same courtesy to you, it's a sign of deep trust and affection. Think about it. Would you let just anyone lick you? Of course not. You reserve that privilege for those closest to you, those you consider family. And in your cat's eyes, you are family. Licking is also a way for cats to create a communal scent, further solidifying your bond. By mingling their saliva with yours, they're essentially saying, we're in this together, through thick and thin, fur and all. So the next time your cat gives you a bath with their sandpapery tongue, try not to cringe. Instead, see it for what it is, a sign of pure, unconditional love. Number 4, head butts. You ever been minding your own business, only to have your cat ram their head into you with the force of a tiny furry battering ram? That, my friends, is a head bunt, also known as bunting, and it's one of the most endearing ways your cat shows affection. Now you might be thinking, endearing, it feels like a concussion waiting to happen. But trust me, it's all done with love. Cats have scent glands on their chins, temples, and cheeks, and when they bunt you, they're transferring their scent onto you, marking you as their own. It's their way of saying you're safe, you're familiar, you're mine. Just like a child might hug their parent for comfort and reassurance, your cat head bunts to create a sense of security and belonging. And let's be real, there's something incredibly satisfying about a well-placed head bunt. It's like a tiny furry torpedo of love, aimed directly at your heart or maybe your shins. So the next time your cat decides to use your legs as a bunting post, take it as a compliment. They're showing you love and affection in their own unique, slightly headstrong way. Number 5, purr when near you. Is there a sweeter sound in the world than the gentle rumble of a cat's purr? It's like a symphony of contentment, a lullaby of pure happiness. And when that purr is directed at you, well, that's a sure sign that you're doing something right. Cats purr for a variety of reasons, when they're happy, when they're content, and even when they're trying to self-soothe. But when your cat chooses to purr in your presence, it's their way of saying, I feel safe and loved when I'm with you. Think about it. A child might hum a happy tune or sing a silly song when they're feeling content and secure. Your cat's purr is their version of that. It's their way of expressing their joy and contentment. And you, my friend, are the source of that happiness. So the next time your cat curls up on your lap, letting loose a symphony of purrs, bask in the glow of their affection. You've earned it. Number 6, slow blink at you. Have you ever noticed your cat giving you a long, slow blink, almost like they're winking at you in slow motion? Don't worry, they're not trying to hypnotize you, although wouldn't that be something? They're actually giving you a kitty kiss, the ultimate sign of trust and affection. In the feline world, direct eye contact can be perceived as a threat. It's a challenge, a way of asserting dominance. But when your cat closes their eyes slowly while looking at you, they're signaling that they feel completely safe and relaxed in your presence. It's their way of saying, I trust you enough to let my guard down around you. Just like a child might snuggle up to their parent without a care in the world, your cat's slow blink is a sign of complete and utter vulnerability. So the next time your cat graces you with a slow blink, be sure to return the favor. It's a silent language of love that speaks volumes about the special bond you share. Number 7, come when hungry. Remember those early mornings when your little one would crawl into your bed demanding breakfast with a sleepy grin? Well, guess what? Your cat does too. When your cat rubs against your legs, meows insistently, or even gently headbutts you at the crack of dawn, it's not just because they're hungry, although let's be honest, that's a big part of it. It's because they see you as their provider, their source of nourishment and care. Just like a child relies on their parents for food, shelter, and love, your cat depends on you for their basic needs. They trust that you'll fill their bowl with delicious kibble, provide fresh water, and maybe even toss in a few tasty treats for good measure. And just like a proud parent, you wouldn't have it any other way. So, the next time your cat wakes you up at the crack of dawn with their insistent meows, remember, it's not just about the food, it's about the bond you share, the unspoken agreement that you'll always be there to take care of them. Number 8, bring toys. Has your cat ever deposited a dead mouse, a soggy toy, or even shudder a hairball at your feet? While it might not be the most glamorous gift, it's actually a sign of deep trust and affection. You see, in the wild, cats are solitary hunters. They stalk, they chase, they conquer their prey alone. But when your domesticated feline brings you their kill, they're not just showing off their hunting prowess, although they're definitely proud of themselves. They're sharing their bounty with you, their chosen family. It's their way of saying, I trust you enough to share my food with you. Just like a child might offer their favorite toy to their parent as a sign of love and affection. Your cat's offering, however gruesome it may seem, is their way of showing you that they care. So the next time your cat presents you with a gift, try not to recoil in horror. Instead, accept it graciously, maybe with a pair of rubber gloves handy, and give them a scratch behind the ears. They've earned it. Number 9. Need to you. We've all been there. You're relaxing on the couch, enjoying a quiet evening, when suddenly your cat decides to turn you into a human pincushion, kneading their paws into your lap with the intensity of a master baker. It might not be the most comfortable massage, but trust me, it's one of the most heartwarming signs of affection your cat can give. Kneading, also known as making biscuits, is an instinctive behavior that kittens display when nursing from their mothers. The rhythmic pushing helps to stimulate milk flow, and it's also a way for kittens to bond with their mothers and create a sense of comfort and security. So, when your cat needs you, they're essentially reliving those happy kittenhood memories, associating you with the same feelings of warmth, love, and contentment. It's their way of saying, you make me feel safe and loved, just like my mother did. And honestly, what's more heartwarming than that? So, there you have it. 9 signs that your cat sees you as their surrogate parent. From those insistent meows to those sandpapery licks, your cat has a unique and often hilarious way of showing you just how much they care. Remember, cats are complex creatures with their own individual personalities and quirks. Not every cat will display all of these behaviors, and that's perfectly okay. What matters most is that you learn to understand and appreciate your cat's unique way of communicating their love. So, the next time your cat rubs against your legs, purrs in your ear, or even brings you a gift, take a moment to appreciate the special bond you share. You're more than just a cat owner, you're a cat parent, and that's a beautiful thing. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.